up, guys? This is Chuck Land reporting to you live from the Madison Live in Covington, Kentucky. One of the coolest places for live music. Tonight is a memorial concert, basically, for Norman. He was the keyboard player for The Works, a band out of Dayton, Ohio, and well loved by many, many people. If you weren't able to make it to the Madison in Covington, here's a few things that you might have missed.
Well, tonight is my 13th annual 21st birthday party. This is actually the first time it's ever been held outside of Ohio. And tonight was to be the return of the Maji, who was a band from Dayton from the 2000s until like the early teens. And we were really excited about it. And then we tragically lost one of the founding members, who was a dear friend of mine, Norman Dimitrouleas, and he was a rock star like no one I've ever even conceptualized. He was an alien, he was amazing, he was one of the most generous and kind-hearted people I've ever met.
I'm gonna miss him sorely. He was one of those people where, we had made some plans, and it it makes me sad that we're never going to be able to realize that. But I love the guy to death, and definitely gonna miss him.
Norman was a wonderful man, truly a musician. And he shredded the keys much like an octopus. You would think that he had 8 hands, but he didn't. He only had 2, and he still did such amazing things. That's pretty special.
Norman was like the purest hearted and most motivated person I've ever met, and he would do anything to turn your frown into a smile. And for that, I'm always gonna love him.
1 for the number 1.
145.
Get your funk on, Norm.
Get her
We love you.
done.
Fist bump here, Norm. Boom. That's what it is. I miss you on the golf cart, man. On the golf cart. Lots of trips on the golf cart. Gonna miss you.
Dino said it best, I think, at the wake. Norm's heart was bigger than his brain, which is incredible because he was a smart guy too. He and I clicked on great levels. He was a funny guy with, just one of the best senses of humor I've ever encountered. And he's going to be missed sorely by lots of people. We've had the good fortune of getting everybody together, and we're going to make this a memorial to him. So one of the other bands that is on includes one of the early members of the Maji, Ernie Johnson from Detroit. They just finished up. They just slayed this place with some like American Afrobeat. Can I say that? So, and then Glostik Willy, who Norm bridged the gap. Like, he introduced us, and we all hung out together and bonded real close, real fast. And after Norm passed, they approached me at his funeral show and offered to drive all the way back from Florida, where they just came off tour last night, and they're getting ready to take the stage right now, which is incredible. They're also hosting a raffle to raise money for his kids. So this is a very special night. It's been a great tradition, just trying to get all of our festival friends and music friends together in the dead of winter, and have that togetherness that kind of miss in the cold weather months. So I'm very happy to keep it going.
So just opening a question, you talking about tonight if you would.
Well, tonight I would just like to say I feel a lot of gratitude. There's something extremely special about our community here. It's not just acceptance. It's not just coming together over the tunes. It's coming together for each other because, one part of us or another all knows that we need each other right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's vital that we take this opportunity for camaraderie and community and push it towards something exactly positive. Unity, exactly.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, brother. I know that you have a production company, right?
Yeah. I have a production company here based in Cincinnati, Ohio. That's comprised of myself, Casey Schneider, and Kevin Harris. We've been doing this, promoting shows and throwing events and festivals over the past about 5 or so years now, actually. And we started in the Cincinnati area, and we actually were 2 separate promoters at the time, two groups, and both anxious promoters in the scene, doing a lot of the same music, and we started booking the bands that we each wanted to do. And soon enough, one of us reached out to the other, and we decided just to, start doing this thing together in the Cincinnati to kind of strengthen the already existing community that was here. You know what I mean? We really didn't want there to be any more division there than there already was. You know what I mean? It's such a small scene. Anything we could do to strengthen it at the time. We get on a lot of different projects in the community. We're really starting to dive out into the community as much as possible. We are actually in the process of developing a new website, which is going to be emphasizing other parts of the community that's not necessarily just the music scene, all the people that come and are a part of the music scene, but have a different impact or a different approach to, expressing what they do. So we're going to be highlighting a whole bunch of different stuff like that, and then hopefully.
So you're kind of creating a network?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a television
No, it's more of just a event production network. Yeah, first started doing and promoting shows in the Cincinnati area. I was an intern at the Madison Theatre, and the very first show that I did was a work show. And so I've been, very close with the Works family, and for a pretty long time now. We've done a lot of shows here, at the Madison Theatre too, which is great. And so, since the very first show that I've done here to, even this last year, we just celebrated the 10-year anniversary of the Works, and had a bunch of awesome people out. Norm was there too. It was an awesome celebration. So from then to now, they have been a big part of what, we have been about, and our production company's been about, and, also going back to that community part, just because they're such a huge part of our own Cincinnati, Dayton, Northern Kentucky community, it just made sense. And, we've been, obviously such great friends with those guys since the beginning. Any chance we get to support them is an opportunity we'd love to take. And, Phat Rob too, he's been always one of those guys at every single show, you know what I mean, especially the Cincinnati area, but supporter of the Works family, the Dimitrouleas family, the Dayton crew as well. And he's been such a, driving force in the fan community especially, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's really always been the guy that will be at every single show, friends with everybody, approachable to everybody, and is just, one of those irreplaceable gems in any scene, you know what I'm saying? And I'm happy that he's a part of the Cincinnati scene because we get to see him all the time, so, yeah.
Love all the people and do what you can to better your community and yourself.
That's right, man. Art, create and inspire people.
Exactly.
Express yourself through art in the world.
All you can do is try to create and make yourself better. And by making yourself better, you make the world better.
Amen to that.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. It's very nice to meet you.
I would like to thank the families, the friends, and those amazing musicians that played in respect of our brother.
It was awesome. What's your name, man?
T-Dog.
T-Dog. Nice to meet you, man.
Thank you guys that were here. And thank everyone that played, and we love them.
It was fun, man. Amazing times tonight. The community, just the love. This is what I needed for my mind, body, and soul.
must say this at least 5 times lose every day now. Every time I get on my feet, there's someone standing there to pull me in my seat now. Things as bad as I must say, it's good to be born in the USA. Time to win, sometimes to lose. Sometimes you have no choice to choose. Go on out and get that bottle of booze. Only cure for these cool stone blues.
You know what? Since I didn't get a chance to share my art form, I'll share it right now. All right, so for me, it's like spoken word. For me, it's like seeing that this community is an open earth. So some would say this is hip hop. For me, this is improv. For me, it's just something that comes from this heart. It's just, it's an opportunity to lift off this rock. It's an opportunity to give all of what we got. Yes, and no, it's not all. Yes, and we all fall. Yes, we stumble. But I know that through the wonder, there's something we can come up, and it's more than just the hunger that's in our stomach. It's more than just the wanderlust, but I know that we are wondrous and everything that we have, so there's no need to be sad or mad or alone. That's why I know that in this community, we're at home. You know what I mean? That's why I say, you know, when I dream, I can see it when I'm awake. I can see it within my fate. I can see that there's an opportunity to be more than great. Greatness. Yes, there's so many things here we could forsake, yet I know that this is a chance to share what's on our plate, man. Food for thought.